What's up, I'm Brian here, doing another video for you guys, and this time we've got something that seems very controversial, but not as controversial as my previous video. This is going to be a 3-pack of the Devastation Optimus Prime. Now, you're probably wondering, why are we getting this particular 3-pack? Because we've got a gray model. Is that supposed to be a dead Optimus Prime? We've got this other unpainted version of Optimus Prime with the red wheels, and then the red battle axe, which actually looks pretty good. And then we've got the painted cel-shaded model. So, what exactly is going on? So, what this is going to present, what this is kind of celebrating, is the process of making a Transformer toy. You've got the gray unpainted prototype, the model that actually shows what the figure is going to look like, how it's going to be molded. And then the second figure is the painted or the colored test shot. So the reason why it's got the red wheels is because sometimes on a colored test shot, if it's a smaller bit, they'll just use the same plastic from some other part. And then you've got the fully painted and finished version of the model, which is the one on top. Now, some people have pointed out, well, that's kind of weird because the painted model is more well painted than some of the figures that we usually get, especially the actual Devastation Optimus Prime we've got in the main line. And to that I say, I think the point of that is just to really present itself as the painted prototype. Because if it was just, it had the proper details, it wouldn't look too different compared to the unfinished colored prototype version that they've got here. So I understand what they're doing. Another cool thing about this is you could see the blasters and the fact that it actually has blasters, because the original Devastation Optimus Prime does not have the Ion Blaster. Now, there's not really too much to talk about with the mold itself. I kind of like the test-colored version of the Optimus Prime. It kind of reminds me of, I think it was the Last Night had this, I think it was Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime with transparent red wheels. But maybe that's just me. And then we've got the full colored prototype, test-colored, and then the finished product. And again, it's just to kind of celebrate and spotlight the transition of an actual toy. And again, I like the axes. I like the gray, the red, the orange, obviously. And the orange one seems to have kind of this yellowish fade to it, which I think is kind of nice. I do like that final product version. And some people were upset, okay, why does the final product version look different? And yes, I did mention, the transition here, but why does it look so different compared to the normal one, when the normal one could have looked like that? And I think another big thing is that they want to differentiate the difference between that one as well. Because if you had the same Optimus Prime, then nobody would really pick up or even bother the mainline one. Obviously, this is the better one, but to people who just want something different, I guess, there you go. Yeah, I'm not really against this. And I do kind of like the gray prototype, because I've seen a lot of gray prototypes over the years, and I'm like, God, I kind of want that thing. So seeing that as an actual actual figure in production, I don't know, I'm a sucker for it. And then taking a look at the box, you can see Transformer Spotlight. Apparently this is part of the Studio Series line, which I was a little confused about, but I think it's in Studio Series because it's kind of highlighting the Devastation figure in particular. And I think the logo is on top, but I could be wrong. And then there's just more information. You can see the flap opens, and then you could see the figures and their transition. So I kind of like that you could just leave the figures in the box, and then you could see the progress, and you've got all this description and outline of the actual figure itself. And then last but not least, we've got the back of the box, which shows all these images of the process of a Transformer toy, and it actually describes exactly what's going on and why it's got the gray model, the prototype, and the production model. So I thought it was interesting. I know some people are not going to be into it, and I don't necessarily blame them. I think that's fine. But I just think for something different, something kind of creative, and something that does highlight that these are toys and these are made, and we want to show off that there is a process to this. I don't know, I kind of like that. So with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.